2WheelsTV is powered by Broadlink, delivering serious bandwidth for serious business. TRP importers and distributors of leading motorcycle brands and accessories for Thor riding apparel and Bridgestone tires.
Welcome. First up, Brian Capper and Petersen check out the new range of Yamaha Enduro bikes in the 450 class. After the break, they have champions from Zwartkops.
Well, it's great just to be out here on a Monday morning. All my mates are stuck in traffic, sitting at the office in board meetings, board being the operative. And just great to be out here with Petersen. We're out here testing the new Yamaha YZ450 FX and the WR450. And what an awesome day, just enjoying life.
Let me tell you something, that Brian Capper is an absolute magician on a motorcycle. But you know, he's absolutely right. What's better to come out here on a Monday morning, ride bikes with your friends and have a good time. I haven't been on an off-road bike for quite some time. I've been in America racing in the AMA series on a road bike. So it was fun to come out here today and follow Brian around and have somebody to ride with.
Interesting that Yamaha brought out two bikes that are very similar in the market, being the YZ450 FX and the WR450, and after riding them I can really see why they've done this.
When I was told we were going to be riding the 450s out on the trails, I was a bit concerned, you know, riding something that big, that heavy, and something with so much power.
It's interesting that the YZ450 FX, I think, was designed with South Africa in mind for sure. And I know that South Africa is very close to Japan in terms of asking them what we want for our current racing series. And I really think that this bike fits perfectly, you know, in that category for the off-road series and the GOCs. I was really impressed with the aggressiveness of the bike.
Brian was saying that the FX is a little bit more hardcore, but to be honest, I actually prefer that because of my motocross background. I don't need to get into the technical details about these motorcycles, but I do know when bikes work, and these two bikes definitely work out on these trails.
When Yamaha came out with a reverse motor, I think a lot of us thought, why would they do that? And having ridden this quite a bit now, I think it definitely makes a lot of sense in terms of the center of gravity being lower, and it just makes the bike a lot easier to ride.
We came to quite a deep river crossing, and I was a bit concerned. You never know when bikes are fully waterproof, and the last thing you want to do is get stuck in the water. But these things handled it with no problem. It's incredible riding in Africa. The wildlife everywhere, no restraints, just doing what we love.
But wow, man, when I saw the WR450 with those new 60th year anniversary colors, the yellow, and for those of you that didn't know, obviously, you know, Yamaha in America was black and yellow many years ago, and you know, they brought it out with a 60th anniversary edition now, and I think it's unbelievable. It's so cool that they're making this available to the public now.
Brian's right. The WR with these colors is striking. But having said that, it is much more of a softer ride, and I think it's the perfect bike for your average rider.
There's no doubt that the WR is a softer spec bike. You know, it comes with the lights, it comes with a longer silencer, so it's a lot quieter. And you know, it almost feels like it's got more traction. And you know, definitely out on the trail, it's a much easier and smoother bike to ride, whereas the FX is a lot more aggressive and definitely more of a racing type bike. In saying that though, Cam and I got onto one of the roads just now, and just got going through the gearbox, and even he was really impressed. The WR is definitely no slouch. There's some horsepower under that seat.
At the end of our ride, Brian and I decided to have a bit of fun and had a drag race at the end of one of the dirt roads. And I must say, it's very surprising how similar these bikes are. You know, through the gears, the WR was really strong, but once the revs came in, I must say the FX started to take over a little bit. Ride-out-wise, the FX does seem a bit taller, and that makes it turn really easy and steer really nice. But come to the technical stuff, if you're a short rider, it might make it a bit hard for you.
I got to be honest, it's very difficult to comment on suspension when you get a brand new motorbike, and you know, but straight off the bat we rode the two bikes today straight out of the crate, and there's no doubt that the WR is easier and smoother to ride in the rougher terrain at lower speeds. But the minute Cam and I started doing some jumps and really doing some more aggressive type riding, the FX was definitely the way to go in terms of just having a bit stiffer suspension and a little bit more forgiveness.
I raced a YZ450 in the summer series, and a lot of guys do make the mistake about buying a motocross bike to come out and ride in the bush. And I think if you're going to come ride in the bush, buy the bike that's made for that purpose. Enduro bikes come out with electric start, fan fitted to the radiator so that it doesn't overheat, a side stand and plush suspension. And this WR450 has got all of that. And what an honor to ride with a talent like Brian Capper.
Well, great to be out here with Cam, and I've got to be honest, I think that Yamaha have got a serious contender here in the big ball off-road motorcycle